I thought it was nothing at first, working outside here, under the sun. A tingling in the back of my mind. Something I didn't think I'd be feeling again so soon. The mind of another, a survivor. Hawk. It's what he thinks of himself as. A name. Gerald, too. Looking at the satellite map. There's a shelter. I think that's where he is. The trouble is, I don't know who he is. Who he really is. If he's like the others, the murderers out there in those woods, I'll have to be cautious. I don't exactly look approachable anymore. But maybe that's okay. Maybe intimidation will help keep me and him safe. He'll be less likely to attack. Maybe. It would be nice to have someone to talk to again. And if that shelter is his, then he must have been prepared for this. Maybe he just came upon it, like I found the orchard. Anyway, before it gets too late, tonight, I'd like to make contact, or try to. It doesn't have to end in blood, not like the hub. No, this could be friendship.
Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Dusk's Tale. We are here with Dusk, ready to butcher some spiders as she has been reaching out across the map towards a mind that is relatively close by. Yes, in the Last Man on Earth shelter here, we do have someone that we can detect there. I'd like to try and make it there before night. It is going to take us 6 hours, however, to butcher all of the spiders that are here. We do have to note that these spiders give us mutant meat, and the mutant meat is potentially dangerous. It has toxins in it that can build up in us over time, so it's something that we'd need to be, potentially aware of. But having a large food source is also very, very useful. I think for now, though, we're probably going to have to try and split off some of the other food. So let's just see what we can work with here. We'll go ahead and just remove any of the searches that we have ongoing, just so we can see what we've got. And I think the immature giant spiders, we're just going to go ahead and move off of here for now, so that we're only working on the giant spiders. And you know what? I was thinking maybe we'd get rid of the bruised ones, but most of them are damaged. So yeah, I think we'll just stick with this lot for now. Let's see, how long is that going to take us? 4 hours. That's a little bit better. It'll take us towards the evening. Let's get started, Dusk. Time is going to be rolling on by, and I think I'm probably going to skip our way through this. So I will see you once we are all said and done. Alright, just like that, we're all done. We're going to go and just catch our breath back real quick. It was rather tough work, but now we've got a whole heap of chitin, a really large amount of chitin, and a lot of strands of endochitin as well. Interesting. I don't think I've seen endochitin before. Something new. A piece of rigid tube-shaped chitin from the side of a giant bug. You're quite sure that normal insects don't have these. Right, I see. It can be used to make chitin powder. Right, what can chitin powder be used for? Because I'm assuming we could use this to make chitin powder, and also different kinds of chitin armor as well, which isn't going to be as useful, but chitin powder might be something that we can use. Let's just have a look at powders and see what, we've got quite a few powders, so let's just search for chitin instead. Let's see, chitinous armor, we can make that right away. Not that I think we will, but chitin powder, it is, okay, right, it can be used to craft fertilizer and other things. So hemostatic powder, which can stop us from bleeding, is something that we can make from chitin powder. Right. I don't think we're probably going to make anything with the chitin powder or even hold on to the chitin. It's not going to be that useful for us overall. Whether or not we're actually going to be able to fit all of that in here as well is something that I'm not so sure. There's a lot of mutant fat and all the rest. I'd like to, but I think our freezer is probably, it's not full yet. We can actually fit a little bit more in there. So I suppose we could see about trying to fit a little bit more in there. We'll go ahead and just move those out of the way for now. And let's go and take down the leather tarp. We'll also go and take down the metal butchering rack. There's a whole heap of sinew, so I'm hoping we'll be able to make use of that. Let's just go Shift Y, and we're going to have to add another unsorted zone here, just so that we can actually do some, sorting. So we'll go round like that, and ideally this sort will go off without a hitch. So let's sort out the loot and see what happens. Looks like we're putting a whole heap of chitin in here. Really, guess we didn't really need the chitin. How are we looking there now? Okay, so we're full of meats and things. We're leaving behind a whole heap of the chitin and some of the chunks of meat. Looks like we mostly took the mutant fat, which, that's actually pretty useful, so I'm kind of okay with that. The rest of that's just going to have to stay behind. Yeah. That's okay. Sure. We'll leave that to its own devices, and we can see that we have, unfortunately, some mushy spider eggs, so we want to try and just deal with those before too long, because they're probably the most important thing. We can make powdered eggs from them. We do want to have something to eat before we get too much further though, so let's just see, do we have anything else left in our plastic canteen? We don't, so we need to have something to eat. What can we cook up at the moment? We should still have a fair amount of broth, which means that we should be able to make ourselves some nice soup. Not wood soup this time, but meat soup. So we'll go ahead and make 6 units of that. Looks like we start running out of maybe powdered egg. Yeah, so we'll make 6. We will use the powdered egg that's nearby. We'll use the chunk of regular meat to start off. And it looks like this is going to be frozen by the time that we're finished. Or maybe it's just cold. Oh, it's hot at the moment. We will pour that into our plastic canteen, thank you. Oh, we still got some left over? Oh, of course, because, it's got quite a few portions. So pour the rest into a gallon jug. Sure. Okay, let's eat some meat soup. We could just heat it up, just so it's going to be a little bit more pleasant for us. Let's see, meat soup, there we go. Quickly make that nice and hot, and we'll just go ahead and throw that back. It's kind of okay for our thirst as well. We'll just drink all of that for now. We do still have that, which I would like to put into our canteen. Let's just see if we can unload it without too much trouble. Let's just search for meat. Okay, we will pour that into our plastic canteen. Thank you. Alright, so before we leave this place, let's look at making ourselves some powdered eggs. Okay, so what are we going to need to be able to make powdered eggs? We're probably going to need a dehydrator of some kind, right? Yes, unfortunately, we don't have one. What we could try and do is make a Food Co. kitchen buddy, which is kind of using the dehydrator and all the rest, and I think it does combine the kitchen unit as well. So let's just do a quick search for Food Co. Okay, Food Co. kitchen buddy. Right, so steel frame, we need a food processor, water purifier, dehydrator, vacuum sealer. It's quite good because it pretty much can do everything that we want it to do. Yeah, a good tool. A very good tool. However, making all of that's going to be a little bit too difficult. We did see a dehydrator at some point. I just can't remember where. I thought we might have one. And hey, there maybe is a chance that we do. Let's just do a quick all-around search here. And we're going to search for dehy. Okay. So we've got some formaldehyde. That's something. Nothing down there. And I don't assume anything here as well. No. So it's probably going to take us a while to make a dehydrator. Actually, 36 minutes. Nice, and that's why it's good to just hold on to these extra little bits and pieces. It's going to use all of our power converters, I think. But, yeah, that's alright. Let's go ahead and make this thing. Okay, we'll just ignore that for now. Keep working away at this. It is getting on towards that evening at the moment. And there we go. We have ourselves a food dehydrator. We did need quite a bit more for the Food Co. Kitchen Buddy. Let's see. Yeah, a water purifier, a vacuum sealer, food processor, hand press. They're probably not too difficult for us to make. Let's just have a quick look at the hand press. The water purifier might be a little bit more difficult. These are things that I think we could probably find. Hand press is a 45-minute job. Yeah, so it's a bit longer than we'd want. I think for now we are just going to go ahead and reload the dehydrator. We'll use those medium batteries there, and with that we should be able to make ourselves some powdered egg. Okay, fantastic. So we have two different options here. We can use... Okay, so this one here is using the hot plate and the dehydrator. It requires 4 spider eggs. It takes 20 minutes, and it'll give us 12 portions. This gives us 12 portions. Little less in the way of calories, though, if we're having a look at that. This has a higher chance for us getting better calories, which is strange. They're very similar recipes. I'm not adding anything extra. It's the same amount of spider eggs that we're using. I'm going to go with this recipe. It's a little bit more time, but it just seems to be a better result. So we'll go ahead and use all of those there. It looks like it is quite possibly... Oh, it's the eggs that run out. Good. Fantastic. 55 minutes. We're going to go and store our... Well, dispose of the wielded food dehydrator, store that in our inventory, and we're going to get crafting, making this powdered egg, which is pretty much going to last indefinitely for us. Looks like we... Ooh, damn, we just ran out of light. Well, we can very quickly deal with that by turning on our eye lights. We'll turn on our stereo as well. Gives us a bit of a mood boost, and we'll go ahead and activate the craft in our hands. Finishing it off, we have powdered egg, hot. Lovely. As for that, I think we can store it pretty much anywhere. I think we might be able to get away with storing it here. Let's see, can we? It is full, so it falls on the floor. Okay, well, I'm going to go and just try and sort really quick and see if we were able to do that. I think we'll just have to have a look on the pavement. Okay, I'm not seeing... Oh, that's because we still have that up. No, it's still there. Okay, so we'll have to find somewhere else to store that for now. That's okay. We've got a livestock carrier just in this one trunk and nothing else. Sure, we'll put the egg in there. Yeah, the livestock carrier we probably don't need to be carrying. And something else that I wanted to have a look at was, are there any better storage methods than the cargo spaces? Because the cargo spaces were the best storage that I had available to me for a long while. There might be better things now, for all I know. However, for me to actually see what those options might be, we're going to have to just quickly remove that aisle, I think, for us to be able to see what we can put down. So, sure, we'll remove the aisle really quickly, and we'll have a little look at this together just to see what we can actually install in this vehicle now. I am wanting to see... I think cargo, yes, this one here. So what options do we have? I'm going to go through, I'm just going to have a look at the kind of capacity on each of these, and I'll be back if I find anything better. Oh boy, undoubtedly, cargo shelving is phenomenal. Yeah, so the way the cargo space works in my mind is that it's kind of like it's like a big space that we can just dump things into. It's a cargo space, whereas the cargo shelving goes all the way up to the ceiling. And we have 250 liters worth of volume in here. Here we have 1,000. We do have to take note of the weight though. It is very, very heavy, so that means that our whole vehicle will be a lot heavier. Overall, I'm not that concerned with that. So, vehicle shelving. How do we go about making vehicle shelving? And can we make vehicle shelving? Let's have a look. Vehicle shelving. Okay, so we need a whole heap of ropes. We need 4 cargo carriers, and we need sheet metal and door hinges. Okay, so we've got to visit a hardware store. Yeah, we should be able to find most of those things there. We've already got cargo carriers in here at the moment. I mean, each, like these 4 cargo carriers, well, that's how it becomes 1,000. Yeah, because 4 of these is 1,000 liters worth of storage. We can, for just 4 of these on 1 square, we have 1,000 liters worth of storage, which is massive. That is so good. So let's just have a quick look at our map. We are still going to the Last Man on Earth shelter first, but yeah, we want to try and see if we can have a look at a hardware store. So let's just go search for hard. What we might want to try and find. Oh, this is Hardwich. Oh, I see. There's probably going to be a whole heap of that. Hardware store. Okay, and that's not that far. The ones in West Windsor. Yeah, maybe one of the mega stores would be better, but I am trying to remember what they're called in this. Yeah. We've got another Last Man on Earth shelter here as well. A lot of things. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we are going to focus on this for now. We're going to go out towards this cabin and then start to make our way towards Mr. Hawk. But yeah, I wouldn't mind paying a large hardware. I think it might be called a mega store, possibly. Let's just do a quick search for mega. No results found, and a cool little search sound as well. Yeah, I suppose I could just have a bit of a look around, see if I can see anything that resembles one. Huh, interesting. There's a movie theater up here. That's something that I haven't seen before. Well, don't see any yet, but it doesn't mean that they're not out here. We'll just have to keep our eyes peeled and maybe try to go towards one of the larger cities eventually. For now, though, we are going to be traveling on towards this shelter. And it is night, so we're going to have to get our lights turned on. I think we will have that closed up tonight, maybe just for safety's sake. Let's go and control multiple electronics. We will turn on the camera system and the overhead lights, headlights. Let's just see what the temperature is like in here at the moment. It's okay. We can work with that. It's kind of doable. Sure, we'll roll with that for the time being. We'll just give everything a moment to pop into life like it does. Let's just see, does opening that give us anything more? It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't look like we can open or close it at the moment, so sure, we'll just leave it as it is. And I probably should have just double checked. Looks like we aren't leaving anything behind. I do just want to make sure, yep, that's fine, and this should just be all the other bodies that we've just left. Good. Let's take off into the night. We do have a semi-destroyed roller there. One option is to have rollers on the front of this thing, but the rams do more than enough damage for us. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of a turn here, head straight down on this, and then eventually we're going to be hanging a left. Let's see, it's coming up real fast now, probably at this point here, and looks like there is a little bit of maybe sewage work going on, or was going on before. And this should put us right in line with the cabin, just down a little bit more. I'm trying to look at the mini map that's up the top. Okay, so there's a cabin. Okay, so we'll just slow down at this stage. Stop our vehicle here. Okay, we are going to turn off all these lights as well. So overhead lights, our lights can go off for now. Stereo, the freezer stays on, but everything else goes off. And we stop driving. Okay, so we're going outside in the cold yet again. I would love to have some better batteries for our thermal electric outfit, but it seems like we don't have that much in the way of medium batteries. Or if we do, they're just not looking that great at the moment. So what we need to do, I think, is recharge those batteries, because we can get a recharger. Our batteries here at the moment are fine. We've got so many storage batteries in here. I think we're going to be able to recharge things perfectly okay. The question is, where are most of our batteries at the moment? So let's just do a quick search here, and we'll do a search for bats. So most of them seem to be to the northwest of us, and a whole heap of them are disposable. Some of them aren't, and that's good. But yeah, looks like it's mostly to the northwest, some of it's to the south. So it's going to be this one here. We could look at installing a recharger on there quickly. So let's just go turn on our lights so we can see what we're doing. We'll examine the vehicle and, oh boy, which one is it? It's not the second, it's the third one along, right? Let's see. No, it's this one here, which is mostly our spare parts. Okay, so it's the second down. This one here. So, let's see. Recharging station. Alright, go ahead. 15 minutes, no time. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that recharger on. Control multiple electronics, turn on the recharging system. Okay, now we might need to have modifications for those to recharge, but the recharging station might just do it. So we want to have a look at the medium batteries that are there. So there's one that's 50 at the moment and 500. We'll just give it a little bit here to see if there's any change to them at all. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like there's any change at this stage. Whether or not it would charge this up if we put it in there, I'm not sure. Yeah. I think we might have to have like a modification on it for that to work. I believe. We could also just have a quick look and just read the description of the recharging station. Okay, when turned on, it recharges any rechargeable batteries. Battery cells placed directly in the attached storage. Okay, so this will have its own specific storage in it, right? Oh no, it's just the cargo space. When turned on, this device drains power from the vehicle's batteries. Yep, that makes sense. It might just be doing it very slowly across all of them. So, yeah, if that's the case, maybe we'll just go without the battery that we're using there at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and unload this larger medium battery. Oh, this is a disposable one. We might as well just throw it away. I will turn off those lights just to be safe. Leave the recharger on. And we'll go ahead and throw the other battery away because, yep, it's disposable. We've got a used heat pack we can throw out there as well. Be gone. Plastic wrapper too. Nice. Get them to reflect off each other. Alright. We're a little tired, but we should be able to manage this without too much trouble. Let's go and welcome ourselves to the cabin first of all. See if there's anything potentially useful in here. Condiments. Nice. Frozen and sealed. That's what we want. Horseradish. Very nice. Some cheese. That's there as well. Okay, sure. We will take it. Yogurt even. Or yogurt. We'll take that. The beer can just stay here for now. Pork and beans. Nice. We could always just go smash those back. Carbon fiber hunting bolts and a mess kit. Not bad. And it looks like some bleach and some ammonia. We'll take both of those, ideally, because we can just pour them into our tanks in the vehicle. Whether or not we can do that from outside, I'm not sure. Refill the ammonia. Apparently doesn't like that. Right. Let's try that. We'll try again, because sometimes it takes multiple attempts. Now the bleach. Nope, we can't do that. Okay, so the ones that we just picked up. Can I guess that we might have to heat it up. Ammonia and bleach is quite useful to us though, so yeah. We've just kind of left that open for now, haven't we? I guess that'll be alright. Let's go ahead and heat up the bleach. And there we go. We heat up the food. It is not food. Let's be clear about that. We're going to go ahead and pour in that bleach there. Make sure that all of it has gone in. Nice. Right. Okay. So the ammonia we should have just had in here somewhere. Containers. Gallon jugs. So yeah, we managed to pour the ammonia in. That's good. So let's just go drop that gallon jug and that one. We have enough of our own. Anything else interesting here? Steak knives, corkscrews, general kitchen things. Nothing that we need. Okay, we've got ourselves a bathroom, a bedroom. I can't imagine that there's going to be anything that we would desperately want in these, apart from maybe the leather stuff. I'm always looking for more leather now because it's something that's just, always useful. Headlamp, I feel like we probably have enough of them for now. So, yeah, it's just the one thing for now. Shh. sure. I'm going to go ahead and just drop that on the ground now, just so that we can deal with it before I forget about it. And I do need to remember that we still have a whole heap of the, these on us now that are just cold, not frozen. Pork and beans. Oh, it's because they're sealed in here. Right. Cool. Okay, well, that's the cabin. I think I want to go back and drop these off before we go any further. So let's just drop the containers on the ground first of all. Like so, because we don't want to drop the contents. That's a mistake that I've made before with this container update. We will drop the irradiated pumpkins. The meat soup can stay where it is for now. Let's actually just have some of that. It is cold, but that's okay. Have all of it, actually. Because we seem to be, there we go, satisfied. Nice. Alright, opening up our vehicle here, we're going to have a look and see if we can try and store some of this. Ideally, it would get stored in the freezer, so I might have to have a look at just taking some stuff out. Let's see, what can I get rid of? We have quite a bit of mutant fat in here, more than I think we need. So let's take some of that out. Maybe we'll keep the organs, but we'll take the lungs. As weird as that sounds. And we'll drop all of that just out in the snow for now. And then back here, we're going to go ahead and add ourselves the unsorted zone. Just running along like that. Okay. Let's do some sorting. Sort out that loot. Okay, so we sorted out everything, and we still have quite a few of these left behind. That's okay. I think we should be able to get away with putting most of them into one of our containers at the moment. You're completely empty, I think, just from looking at you. Well, no, you got your batteries in there, but yeah, let's just go transfer you all across as well. Destination area is full. It's because we were searching. That is my bad. It's going to be the trunks, I think, that give us a bit more space. Thank you. I think that's a lot. With that, we can progress. And yes, we're going to be a bit cold, but we'll manage for now. We'll keep our eye out for batteries in these little compartments here. Sometimes we can get lucky. However, today we are not. So, we're going to go east for a little ways, but we should be alright, and we should be able to detect anything out here in this forest with our infrared vision. Staying booted for now as we walk through the snow. We can detect a few sources of heat out here. Just fish, okay. And there we go. A person in the night looking out across towards them. Holy shit. He's mutant. He's a mutant. He's got pseudo-limbs, saws, webbed hands, distributed senses, distributed neurology. What are those? What are those? He's unaware of us at the moment as we slowly stalk closer towards him. Now he is. We can hear him call out in the night. Hey, I don't know who's out there, but you best be keeping your distance. All right?
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm like you.
Bye. Oh no. We hear Gerald Hawke Hostelier saying, "I'll kill you. Run!" What do we do in this instance, Dusk? This is the first properly mutant person we've seen out here. Distributed senses and distributed neurology makes me think that it's like he can sense through different parts of his body in the same way that his neurology, his brain isn't just centered in his head, it's distributed throughout his whole body. So I think that's maybe a squid thing to do with the pseudonyms, maybe, I don't know. I don't know who Hawk is. But Hawk's coming towards us. We stand our ground. With a sharp, short shink, our claws pop out. Turns out we might have to get better at speaking to people, because I wasn't anticipating us finding someone out here. But here we are. He rushes towards us. We wait for a moment, seeing if Hawk will truly take a hostile action. That he does. He goes to hit us, but does no damage. In the dark winter night, I think Hawk gets a sense of exactly how dangerous Dusk might be, and her form. Standing at 7'5", Dusk is a rather large person now. We can hear Hawk calling out into the night. Freaking bloody die, you pillock. I want to live. Let's try to call out to him again. Not a chance. He tries to strike at us again. We dodge to the side, giving him time. Hits us again, but does no damage. We lash out towards him with a punch towards his jaw, cutting through some of the material. Blood starts to pour onto the white snow beneath Hawk's feet. Another swing goes over his head, but we do not let up. We swing again as Hawk turns and begins to run. We're not going to hunt this man down. If anything, we might just have to leave him. Leave him to his own devices. His shelter is just up here. We can make out just a little bit of it in the dim light. And he's running far. Well, we're not going to take what little he has. If he's prepared, he'll have bandages down there. He'll have a way to stop that bleeding. If anything, that was a warning shot from Dusk. Well, that didn't go exactly how we anticipated. I was certainly not anticipating finding someone like Dusk out here. Whether they mutated, from their own accord, if they did that to themselves, or if they were like Dusk once, a experiment of some kind. All the same, I think we're going to give this a note of some kind. Let's see. Hawk's Hut. There it is, marked red on the map. Should we ever think about returning to that shelter? Well, no, maybe why we shouldn't. Well, that, if anything, was the first time that I think Dusk felt like she needed to be able to communicate better. So maybe it might be worth us focusing on that a little bit, focusing on improving ourselves through the books that we have. We could find a nice, secluded area, park up, and do a little bit of that. We're going to go and control the stereo, the owl lights, the overhead, and our main headlights, also turning on our camera system. Temperature in here isn't great yet. We'll give it a moment or two to start working. We're still on 42% battery. Don't know how the rest of our stuff is looking. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. There we go, nice and bright. We can see what's going on. And we'll just reverse on back. Spin around at this point. Back towards the main road. And I think we'll probably park ourselves up along here. Telescoping crane on that little vehicle. It's kind of useful. And I think we'll wait until daylight before we try and explore down by West Windsor, just so that we can see a little bit better. So, for the time being, we'll go ahead and pull that handbrake, and we'll turn off our other electronics. Turning off those, keeping the hour lights on for now. Turning off the camera system. We'll just wait in here for a moment. Listen to the hum of the engine. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Okay, so I think we should read. We have nothing to read. Okay, so let's see. What can we read here? Honestly, getting our mechanics to 10 is kind of on my list of things to do. It's going to take us a while to be able to do that, but yeah, I'm on board with that. We could look at trying to get some of our other things up as well. Cutting weapons to 3, because surely our blades are cutting weapons. Our bionic claws. I mean, they do piercing and bash, so yeah, maybe not. Are you a cutting weapon? Level 1 cutting quality. Yeah. For now, we'll go ahead and just put those away. I think it'd be good to have a bit more of a diverse set of skills there. So, we can get survival to 8 as well. We're on 5 at the moment. Yeah, I think we're just going to spend some time doing some reading. I feel like that's probably going to be for the best. What we could also do at the same time is potentially look at doing some mutations. We do still have our smart shot. We haven't mutated anything else strange at this stage. There are still some potentially useful traits that we can get post-threshold from our prototype. I'm very tempted for us to do that. You know what? I think before we start reading, I think that's what we're going to try and do. So let's just see if we can make any of those at the moment. So, mutagens. Medical mutagen. We're going to need to make 2 of them. We can only make 1. What are we limited by? It looks like we're limited by mutagen? No? Yes, it is mutagen. Okay, so we just need to make a whole heap of mutagen. That should be fine. We've got an extra tank in here. One of the roof-mounted ones. I was wanting to put diesel in that. I suppose we could siphon, couldn't we? Yeah. We just need to be near a rubber hose, which I thought we would be, but I guess maybe not. We definitely have a hose in here. I guess we just have to have it in our inventory then. Well, let's go ahead and grab that thing. So, let's see. Hose, please. There's many hoses. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and siphon from that tank, and we're going to go and just pour it into, one of the others? No, we have to go into a container. Alright, well, I guess we'll go down here by the jerry cans and all the rest. Try that yet again. Pour into, let's see, plastic jerry can. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and refill the large tank that's on the roof with the diesel jerry can. Just make sure that's all of it, and it is. Good. So, we could jump back into the hot seat, but I think we'll just stand here for now. We need to make ourselves some mutagen. Just some regular old mutagen. A whole heap of it. It's going to take 6 hours to make all of that. Yeah, mutagen takes a lot longer to make now. Damn. Well, I suppose we'll start the process. We're not going to do all of this because we're going to get really tired before then. Yeah, we'll stop crafting now. That's perfectly fine. We'll pick up the rest in the morning. Let's just go turn off those aisle lights for the time being. Our turret is still active, so it will protect us perfectly fine. I believe we've got the curtain is closed. We should be able to sleep through the night without too much trouble, so I will see you when we awake in the morning. I'm going to go 8 hours just in case we try to oversleep. Something is making noise. What? It's not the vehicle. The vehicle's not turned on. I think we should be able to get away with putting our earplugs in. Yeah, let's give that a go. We'll try 8 hours again. Oh, we're deaf, so we can't. Alright, guess we're not setting an alarm. I will see you once we awake. Okay, we have awoken. And, yeah, I just realized we had the stereo system on, so that's what was making noise. Kind of makes sense, And look at this, it is the first day of spring. How lovely is that? I'm Got a light drizzle outside, and, well, the temperature should be better. It's still going to be cold, but it's not going to be, like, really, really cold. So we've got that going for us. That's a good thing. So we're a little thirsty. Is stuff frozen here still? It is still frozen. That's frustrating. Can my vehicle tanks please thaw out? Doesn't seem to be much we can do about that, unfortunately. Well, that's frustrating. Okay, so it's just going to stay as it is. Right. I think we still might have some soup. No, we're all out of the soup. Okay, well, I guess for now, let's go make ourselves some clean water. We'll make 6 lots of that. We cannot see the craft, of course. Yes, no, that makes sense. We could just open up that. It's just free light. Let's try that again. Clean water. And 6 units, please. Okay, we will dispose of that for now. Or rather, yeah. Just drop the mutagen for the time being. We will work on that. Okay, alright. Pour that into our plastic canteen, thank you. We will have some of that to drink first of all. Clean water, wherever that might be. It is already frozen because that's just how, physics. Okay, drink some of that nice cold clean water. Nice and slaked. We're at a normal weight at the moment, which is nice. Let's have a look at making ourselves some breakfast. What do we want for breakfast? Let's see. Can we make some mashed pumpkin? Well, there's that. The cooked rice is actually pretty good when it comes to calories. But I'd want to have that with something, We could make some Hamburger Helper. Gives us 2 portions, takes 10 minutes for us to do. Let's make 2 lots of that then, huh? We will use the pasta and the chunks of meat and some cheese and some water. Lovely. Nice and easy recipe for us, so it would seem. 400 calories, that's good. Gives us a little bit of quench as well there. And look at that, we're looking okay, all things considered. And our age has gone up. We're 26 years old. Because it's the start of a new year. Well, look at that. Okay, so let's continue working on our craft. We'll see if we can pick that back up just from here. We might have to... No, there we go. I think we can just go ahead and grab it, store that in our inventory. We'll continue working on the mutagen for now. I'd like to get that done before we try to do any reading. Yeah, sometimes we just need to take time out to do a little bit of improvement in the Cataclysm, We're losing a little bit of light, as I think it's gone cloudy, and apparently we need to eat more calorie-dense foods. That usually seems to be the case, even though I feel like we do eat quite a lot of calorie-dense foods, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pour that into the toad, into the 10-litre tank. Okay, alright, so we're still hungry. Oh, that's gone mushy, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we do not like that texture. Let's actually just go ahead and turn on the stereo. Keep our mood up. Feeling good, feeling fine. Now that we have that, I think we should be able to go and make ourselves those medical mutagens that we need. Yes, we can. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see. What are we less likely to use? I think maybe the Xanax. And we'll use some of the mini multivitamins that we have. We should actually try to take some of those occasionally as well. Would do us well. We're shooting through time at the moment. At quite the rate. Probably worth us having something to eat again after this. And we'll just go ahead and pour that into a glass flask. And another, because we're going to make that into a serum. We seem to be doing okay. Maybe just a snack for now. Let's have some of the cookies. Or chocolate candy, actually. Because we can eat them frozen, even though I mentioned it's not super nice. Alright, medical. Medical serum. Okay, I'm guessing, yep, just the one. It's going to take us 2 hours to complete this. And then we'll need to syringe this. And I'm really hoping that this is going to be an okay one for us. There is one medical mishap that can happen. Disintegration, it's pretty bad. Let's hope that we don't have that happen. We're going to pour that into a plastic bottle, and then ideally we will just use it. We don't have a syringe currently. We should have one around. Doesn't look like we can. Medical serum, can't pick up spilt liquids. It is going to be somewhere else here. Let's see. I think we're just going to have to grab it actually. So we'll go to our inventory and we'll go to the medical serum, which is probably actually in our inventory. I will just share with you, I have been searching for this thing for like the past 8 real life minutes. I have no idea where it is. Absolutely no idea. It's not in our inventory. I don't know where this thing is hiding. I think it's hiding inside of... Yeah, it's hiding inside of something, I think. And that's why I can't find it anywhere else. It's bizarre. I'm gonna keep on searching though. I kid you not, this thing has just disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. I've had a look at the log so many times. It says we craft the medical serum from memory. We put the medical serum into the plastic bottle. I can activate it as in I can see it, or I was able to see it before, but it's vanished. It's absolutely vanished. I have no idea where this thing has gone, and I know it's gone to where the plastic bottle would have been before, but for some reason we can't access that space, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot. Okay, well, I tell you what, I'm really disappointed. It's gone. We've been cheated out of that, unfortunately, and I don't think it's me just being blind. I have searched high and low for this thing, and it is nowhere to be found. All of our mutagens are just kept in one place. The only other thing that I can think of is us doing a general sort around and to see if that will somehow pull it out of the ether. I think we can try that at the very least, so let's have a look at our zones again and see if we can get that to go. So if we go ahead and make another unsorted area around here, including the outside slightly. We have driven past where we did things before and then just try to sort things out. Let's see. We moved a few things around there, but we really didn't move that much. Let's just have a look at the log to see if there's anything different there. Just bag of cheese and a cardboard box. That seems to be about it. Nothing about a plastic bottle of medical mutagen. Yeah. Very, very bizarre. And look, we can still see it. We can still see it, so we know it's there somewhere. It's under here as a medical serum that we can't inject because it's saying it is a spilt liquid. However, it isn't. The antiseptic, the cough syrup, all the rest, those aren't spilt liquids. It's just because we're looking at the container. Well, we're not looking at the container, we're looking at what's inside the container. It's really dumb. The activation menu just doesn't work very well with how containers work at the moment, which is really unfortunate because, yeah, it makes this a painful process to go through. Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's been over 15 minutes now, and all of our other serums are here. Every other serum, apart from the medical serum, so I don't know what to tell you. There is something bizarre going on here. It's very Twilight Zone. It's here, but it's not. So maybe we'll just take something else instead, right? Yeah, maybe. Now, slime is kind of close to our... yeah, it's kind of close to where we were with our medical tree. So there are lots of things that kind of work off each other from slime. So we might want to have a look at that. I mean, I'm also tempted by mouse still as well. That might help counteract our massive size that we have at the moment. So I'm thinking about taking those 2, and yes, 2. I know, it's a lot. So let's just take a deep breath and get ready to take them. So we can inject them straight from here, no problems. Yep. No idea. So look, it's still there, medical serum. It is just showing up as being a spilt liquid. It can't be though, because we've already driven away from where we crafted things before, so I'm not sure. It's weird. Anyway, let's let's look at just starting this thing anyway. Alright, so mouse serum or slime? I think we're going to go for slime first. So, in following our old ritual, we will cross our fingers here and we'll get ready to inject this thing. And the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. That's not too bad. So, dexterous. Fantastic. Our dexterity has shot up. Infection immune has gone down to infection resistant. That's not terrible. We also have spots. Did we get anything else there? No? That's okay. Alright, so let's have a look. Spots. We're covered in a pattern of red spots. It's not positive, it's not negative. It could develop with our unstable genome, or it could just dissipate. We're not sure yet, but we do have dexterous, which gives us a +1 to our dexterity, so that's good. That can increase with the use of mouse, which is what we're going to be doing next. So once again, we shall cross our fingers, and a 3, 2, 1. Okay. That's fantastic. Holy crap. So, first of all, we lost nearsighted. Brilliant. We gained scout and we got indefatigable back again. We lost that before. So let's have a look. Okay, right. Yeah, our stamina is higher than usual. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And we got scout as well. An excellent navigator. Your ability to spot distance landmarks is unmatched. Your sight radius on the overmap extends beyond the normal range. And I think that might be increased by other things. So that went really, really well for us. I'm tempted to do mouse again, potentially. We're not going to do that right now, though. I feel like that's enough for the time being. But we should be able to see further on the overmap, which is really, really good. Ah, dear. Well, we are in a bit of pain after that. I suppose we could try and knock back I think just some basic painkillers, really. So, let's see. It'd be hilarious if you could just eat it from here. It's not here, is it? The medical mutagen? Better not be. I don't think it is. You know what? I can check that by just going up a little bit further. Nope, still nothing. Let's have some nice clean water, though, and a cookie or two. Okay, that should do us. Yeah, I'm just wanting to go along here to know for sure that it isn't just hanging out here somewhere. Oh my god, there it is. Medical serum. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, it's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Whether or not we can use it in this form like this, I'm not sure. Okay, well, I guess we're diving in. We're doing 3 mutations in one episode. If it works this way, I suppose we'll see. Let's do this thing in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Normal human. What? Okay. Let's see. We can feel the blood in our medication stream. It's a strange feeling. You gain a mutation called Parasite Immune. Fantastic. That's really good. And normal human. Did that mean that we went back to not being... Hang on. Where are all of our negative mutations? Oh, no, they're down there. They're down there still. But we've got normal human. You're a normal human. There's nothing wrong with you. No need to worry. I don't like that. I don't like that. I've never seen that before. I don't like that. Hey, we picked up Parasite Immune. That's good. Our body is unusually inhospitable to parasitic life forms. We will never become infested with internal parasites. That's great. I'll take that, thank you. And you know what? We can also look at just taking off our glasses now. So let's go remove our bifocal glasses that we have as soon as I can see them. Bifocal glasses, there we go. We'll drop those into the trunk there. Right, so we're still in a little bit of pain. I did want to just have a multivitamin while we were rocking about here. So let's go grab ourselves a multi, just like so. And we should probably have a painkiller as well. So let's have some aspirin, even though pain doesn't bother us that much. That's not how you spell aspirin. Let's just try asp. And we'll try eat. There we go. Aspirin. Fantastic. 30 pain. This is a little bit more than 30 aspirin. Well, rather than what an aspirin can do, but it'll work. Let's check that battery. 38%. That's nice. How are our batteries here doing? Not that it really matters at the moment. I suppose we should get rid of all the disposable ones. It looks like our other ones have been charging up. I think, maybe. Who knows? So, anyway, we need to do some reading. We are going to try, I think, first of all, to get our mechanics up to 10. So, with nice music flowing through the air, let's go ahead and start reading. It's going to take us a little while to get the skill, it would seem. Okay. Yeah, bit by bit. How much are we increasing each time? Okay, by about 8%. That's kind of doable. We can work with that. So I'll tell you what, we're going to jump forward in time yet again, and I will be back in just a moment. Well, I'm back again, and I'm going to be cooking up some lard. We got very hungry, and we were saying we wanted to eat more calorie-dense food, and there ain't much more calorie-dense than lard. Well, I mean, there's offal. Not offal, haggis. Haggis was like 3,000 bloody calories. We're looking at 900 here. That's pretty good. We're just eating lard. It's not great. It's going to make us thirsty. It's not great for our joy. We'll go ahead and drink some water as well. Okay. Alright, back to the reading, Dusk. Okay, we've got our mechanics at level 9, and we're dead tired, so I think we're going to have a little bit more to eat before we go to sleep, so let's go heat up some of the crackling this time. Have some of that, as it's a little bit more joyous. That should probably do us. Let's just get down to 10. Okay, we're still looking nice. We're normal, human, whatever that means. Yeah, we'll embrace that for now. And we're going to have ourselves a bit of a sleep. So let's go turn off our lights, turn off the stereo this time. We can leave the recharger on. I think the batteries are still okay. We're a little bit lower, so you know what? Let's play it safe and we'll turn them off for now. Things are still frozen, which is... that's okay. Alright, so let's try to sleep. We should be able to set an alarm this time. I'm going to set one for 8 hours from now, and ideally we will actually get some sleep. So I'll see you once we finally awake. And we awoken this time by our watch, which I'm actually quite happy about. Let's check in on our vehicle, see how we're looking. A little bit lower in terms of the battery power, but that's okay. Nothing that we can't work with. We need to have something to eat for breakfast, so let's see what we are going to cook up today. It can really be anything and anything. Currywurst. A nice sausage. 8 minutes. That's not a huge amount of time. We can only make one. Ah, terrible. Oh, because we do need smoked sausages to be able to make it. Well, I see. Okay, sure, fine. That's okay. I guess we won't do that. Could make a nice baked potato or two. We've only got one, so that's not an option. We could make a whole heap of mashed pumpkin. Yeah. We could use it to craft a deluxe sandwich. Or a vegetable sandwich. We don't have any bread, that's the main issue at the moment. We've still got quite a bit of broth, so we could just make some more meat soup, but that's not exactly, the coolest thing in the world. Actually, maybe we can't. Looking at this, I'm not seeing much of an option to do so. Glazed Tenderloins is interesting. Sure, let's have a look at doing that for now. How much do we want to make? Oh, wow. Takes a while, though. Portions 3. Okay, we'll spend 45 minutes doing that. We will use the maple syrup and we'll use the chunks of meat. Let's use some ghee and we'll use one of the pumpkins, a regular pumpkin. As for our seasoning, we'll use seasoned salt and we'll go ahead and dispose of our lard, storing that in our inventory for the time being. How about that? Okay, We'll have a good munch on this. Hopefully it's rather calorific. Looks like it's probably, it's not frozen yet. 500, fantastic. And a fair amount of joy from eating this as well. Lovely. Satisfied even. My gosh. Well, I don't think we mutated anything new overnight, but I'm just loving that we have a full lot of green before we even see our, negative mutations. Very tempted to do some more. Very, very tempted. Especially looking at the mouse tree as well, just because, there's some good stuff in there. We're already dexterous. That could look even better for us. And plus, we're giant at the moment. Well, not giant, but I don't want to go above inconveniently large, which is something that we can do. That gets really bad. So trying to balance it out and trying to go a little bit smaller might be the right thing to do. And you know what? Sure, I think we're going to do that before we start reading today. Yeah. As terrible of an idea as that might be, I think it's not the worst one we've ever had. So let's see, we'll go through all of this here. We can see we've got quite a few different types of serums. We still have quite a few mouse serums here as well. So sure, we'll go ahead, we'll cross our fingers on this one, hope for all the best, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And okay, not the worst. Snout is a precursor, so let's have a look at that first of all. Yeah, masks fit okay, but we're noticeably mutated. We can deal with having a slightly extended mouth, sure, but we have light bones, which probably doesn't go too well with our very large size. Actually, you know what? Maybe lighter bones are better, but you need heavy bones to support the muscle mass. Who knows? It's okay. Our bones are very light, enables us to move faster, but also reduces our carrying weight by 20% and makes bashing attacks hurt us a little bit more. That's unfortunate because a lot of zombie attacks are bash attacks. So light bones, maybe not the best thing in the world that we could have got there, but hey, you win some, you lose some. And, well, we are going to continue reading this book after, of course, we control our electronics, turn on our stereo. And I think after we have something to drink as well. So we might actually use our hot plate here to just heat up something a little different. Let's see, we could go for a grape drink just to mix things up. Or an energy cola because we are a little tired. Sure, let's go with that instead. Energy cola, still a little thirsty. What else could we have? We don't just want to drink tequila or soy sauce. I mean, I guess we could have a little bit of tequila, right? Sure. Ooh, okay, full and sluggish. Maybe not the best course of action there. I think we did actually have some clean water in our... I thought we did, but maybe we don't. Let's go make some more. Do a quick 6, just for our canteen. And we'll go ahead and pour that in. And we'll probably have to heat it up again. Yep, we sure do. As one does. There we go. We're feeling a little bit better, a little bit tipsy. Let's see if we can finish this book off today. And with the ending of another day, we have got our mechanics up to level 10. Bloody good job. I think that is the highest. No, it's not. No, we can go higher. We've got 12 in chemistry, so yeah, it's not even the highest we can get in mechanics, but it's certainly a lot further than we were before. We do have other skills that we can learn, that we can study while we're here, and while I do believe that more often than not study is best left for winter, things are still pretty cold out at the moment, so I wouldn't mind spending a bit of time trying to get some of these things up. We could look to improve our cutting weapons. It's nothing at the moment, so I feel like that would help us. Our survival, increasing up to 8, that also sounds pretty good to me. Looking at the rest of our books though, we don't really have anything that will help us with talking to people, so I think no matter what, that's pretty much going to remain the same. Dusk did have some changes today, some very, very good ones, and some that are a little bit more concerning. We'll see where that leads us in the future. For now though, that's going to wrap us up for today's episode. Please do consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.